Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream and the real one? The real one.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's your boy Skywalker the Jedi, back at y'all with another one. Much love to Seal Nation, Cool Table family, the Mikey verse, the Syndicate Network. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with us. We appreciate you. We're very grateful that all you guys are here. Live crew and replay crew. Mikey, you want to let the people know how you feeling tonight, man? It's Friday night, Mikey. I'm feeling fantabulous. How are you feeling tonight, sir?
James Gunn will have cereal with Skywalker. Welcome to Night Shift.
Nah, man. Hey, I don't even know what that means, Mikey. Come on now.
For those of you still recovering from last night's episode, which double barrel of story time, where all of a sudden Sky was like, "Should I stay or should I go?" Hello to all of you. You guys voted for that, so there you go.
Yeah, they did vote for it, Mikey. You put the challenge out there, and they was like, "Yo, this is what the streets want." They got us to 50 likes, and you literally told them exactly what you were gonna do.
Yep. Well, unlike James Gunn, I fulfill my promises.
Right? Oh my goodness. Much love, man. All y'all that's in the chat right now, man, y'all in there giving much love. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah,
Each and every single one of you. And yes, Douglas Murphy, man, that will definitely go down in Night Shift history. Right? The double barrel story time night.
Oh man, which I've never done before. Boy, I was like, can I pull this off? I was so happy when at the end, yeah, I pulled it off.
The second one, I was like, bro.
No, I told you that was bad. I told you. I don't exaggerate.
Yeah.
Now I was doing Rogues Gallery with Slubdul earlier. If you guys,
I was watching. Yeah.
Yeah. Those two story time installments that I had last night, I had held those back from Rogues Gallery because they're just too offensive. I held those back, and I said, one day I'm going to need these, and so just kind of toss it out for you guys to vote on it. And sure enough, you guys caught me the right time, man. I was in the right time dude, none of this was written in advance. Okay, that's me ad-libbing the whole thing. So, but I was just in that right mood, going back to where I was when I first heard those stories, trying to capture what those people initially had told me. Oh my God. I can't forget Skywalker's reaction going off camera. Just a look of shock and horror on his
face. Yeah, Mikey. That was definitely different. That was definitely different being up here live for that and having to have your reaction captured in history. That's why I kept having to turn the camera off. I was like, dude, I need a moment to gather myself because these stories are crazy. So yeah, check that episode out from last night if you haven't already. Right, Mikey was in rare form, y'all.
And Mama Bear was listen to everything. Like, you're very brave, Mama Bear.
Mama Bear is very brave. Absolutely.
Now, did Nick have his dad hear that? I wonder if Nick, you're in the chat. Did you have your dad?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, Nick's dad probably definitely did hear that because I think I remember seeing in the chat that he was like, "Oh, it's that Mikey Sutton again, huh? Like, it's that Mikey again, huh?" I'm like, bro, you getting people in trouble, Mikey. Come on, man.
Oh, troublemaker,
Trouble. Hey, that's what happens when you hang out with troublemakers, right?
Hey, guys will never eat corn again. So.
Man, I'm definitely not ever I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say when I'm gonna have some corn again, if ever, if ever. Right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, look, let's move on
Yeah.
because let's get this show started, Mikey.
Oh yeah, got all this stuff tonight. So.
Right. Oh man, you know what? Before we get to that, Mikey, already the homie Mark hit us off with a $2 super chat saying, "Any news on sale? What are sources saying?" Right, Mikey?
I tell you, man, it's the best time for sale right now. It's gonna happen, guys. I'm just saying, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
Hey, man, if they only understood like what's really look. I think first, let me hit the homie off with this little.
You should get dressed.
I'm always dressed.
Just want to do that real quick, but yeah, I think if we look at the tea leaves and what's going on right now, I think that all this movement surrounding Zack Snyder and things being said, you know, it's clear something's going on. Zach's out there talking about the director's cut a sucker punch, right, Mikey?
Yeah.
Like it's like, yo, man, what's Gal Gadot's back into the fray as Wonder Woman? It's like, hey guys, I think you know we can all kind of feel what's going on right now. So
you know, I haven't heard this much Snyder talk or Snyder related talk, Sky, since SnyderCon. I mean, the past 2 days, there's an avalanche of Snyder stuff. Like Jay Oliva's been talking about, you know, Batman plans, Batfleck plans, talking about Flashpoint. You have Gal Gadot talking about coming back. I mean, talking about that producer who said that Snyderverse actually made a profit for Warner Brothers Warner Brothers. You know, a lot of stuff the past few days. It's everywhere.
Right. He said very profitable. He's
very
like
profitable.
He literally said very profitable, and then followed up was like very, like
very.
again, right?
And then you had The Rock being interviewed today, just throwing shade at James Gunn without mentioning his name. But come on, New Regime, who else could it be? Why Black Adam did not continue? That was Bourbon, man. Rock was dropping some massive Bourbon today. You know, so a lot of Snyder in the news. Past 2 days been all Snyder. It's like a Snyder con on the internet almost. You know, it's like, you know, all these actors on strike. Sky, you know, people are just like, you know, I'm just gonna be bluntly honest and just say what, you know, we're wanting to say right now, right? Then you have David Zaslav coming out saying, well, thanks to the strike, we saved $100 million. Do people want to hear that right now? I mean, he's, you know, and Zachary Levi opens his mouth again. I mean, you know.
Wacky times, Mikey. We in some wacky times, bro. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Look at what's going on around y'all, right? If you seek his monument, look around you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh man, y'all gonna get enough of me in these Zack Snyder quotes, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. But they ain't never stopping. They ain't never stopping. Right? So shout out to Chris Terrio. Anyway, Mikey, we on the road to 1K, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Before we reached 2024. We trying to be at 1,000 subs,
Yeah.
right? So hopefully you guys are still liking the content, sharing it out, right? Subscribing, all that great stuff, because it really helps the platform grow. And you know, we trying to bring y'all great stuff and great content and do big things for you
Yeah.
guys. So we appreciate all the support, right? 100%.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I think a couple of more story times, Sky. It'll take us to 1,000 subs.
Hopefully they don't get no worse.
Oh no, there's still some of them holding back on. So.
Oh my God, bro. Mikey, I thought that, in the words of Amanda Waller, I thought it was going to be the worst of the worst, right?
Oh,
Oh
no.
no. Mikey said it gets deeper.
And dude, like, keep in mind I'm 55 years old. I have 55 years
Oh
of
my God.
of of life to
I feel it.
to
I feel it.
unveil. So,
Look, Mikey, the streets know we rocking with these hashtags, Mikey.
yeah.
Sales VSJL to Netflix, sales Snyderverse to Netflix. I mean, this is it, right, Mikey? This is the last gasp at getting this thing back.
It's the
right?
only way to get the Snyderverse back in some fashion is sell. Only way. Not gonna happen at Warner Bros. Discovery, and hell no will Christopher Nolan do an Oppenheimer on Discovery and come on, serious now. It's not gonna happen.
Well, Mikey said you got a better chance of seeing Christopher Nolan direct. What was it? Barbie Returns.
Barbie Returns, yeah. Yeah.
Amy and Leon said you got a better chance of seeing Oppenheimer too.
Let's get real, guys. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hilarious. But yes. Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead, Mikey.
Every day I wake up and I see some Snyder related news. You know, it's old stuff, but why is this coming out now?
Why indeed, Mikey? Right?
Yeah. Back here.
These hashtags, rock out with them. And if you do choose to rock out, we ask that you follow the rules of engagement, which is number 1, be positive. Number 2, don't mix the hashtags with others. And number 3, make sure that you're not tagging, replying to, quote tweeting, or anything like that anybody over at WBD, right? Which is including but not limited to James Gunn. And, you know, don't be responding to Zachary Levi either. not with the hashtags. Y'all keep that stuff away from the hashtags. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to extend them that courtesy. Just don't put the hashtags in here. You can say whatever you want to, but just don't put the hashtags in here. You know what I'm saying? Because, I don't even want to address that man like that and give his comments any more light. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
on Twitter.
Keep in mind, guys, it was Sky who brought back Snyder in the news with his campaign, because no one was talking about Snyder anymore, except for people online maybe. But in terms of the news media, it was Sky who brought it to Forbes magazine and continues to trickle until now. Then all this other stuff's coming out. Because DC's in a very vulnerable state right now, Sky. People are skeptical, really skeptical, and you know they thought the Snyderverse would die after the Flash. It's got a rebirth now. So we're in a rebirth. People are like, wait a minute, that Black Adam film isn't so bad after all, you know. And like, wait a minute, The Rock had a plan. What's this, you know? And hey, Are they gonna? I've been seeing this lately, Sky. Are they gonna sell Black Adam to Netflix? That idea would not have been anything if it wasn't for you. No one would have even thought of that, right? What's going on?
Hey, what is going on, right, Mikey? It's crazy, right? I thought that going into full circle,
Yeah.
the narrative was that Zach was going to tell us he was done, right, Mikey?
Yeah.
And literally coming out of full circle, we proved that he was not, in fact, done. Oh my goodness!
Not done. That was supposed to be a narrative, right? He's gonna go there, and all the Snyder friends would walk away. Okay, Zach, goodbye to DC. We'll support your Rebel Moon instead. We'll give up on any campaigns. No, no. Zach signed Sky's poster and told him, like on camera,
in front of the world, Mikey. In
front of the world for everybody to see. Yeah, I'd love to come back. Excuse me, there. Now I gotta say something, Sky. See this whole thing about Sky is clout chasing. You guys realize? Think about this, guys. Sky doesn't need to chase clout. Not even talking about Snyderverse here. Sky has a Hollywood TV producer putting him in his comic book. All right, how much more clout does he fucking need? Do you have a Hollywood TV producer turning your face or your persona into a comic book character? Do these people even realize that my entire IP has been licensed?
Yo, I can't even be on camera for this right now.
Do they even realize? Do they even know what licensing means? My entire IP has been licensed, which means any character that's going to show up in those comic books are going to be popping up in live action. Okay. Cloud? Who is on the front page of Variety? Cloud? Well, my scoop was in CBR. I was the scoop in Variety. Okay, I was the scoop. You can talk about your Twitter scoop getting picked up, in CBR or comicbook.com. I was the scoop. Can you say that? Were you even scoop? Just saying, And they say Sky has no clout? Are you serious? Do you guys know where this guy's going? Do you guys know that there is a book coming out? The character modeled after him? Even using his real first name? Do you guys know this? Cloud? Well, my Adam Driver scoop got picked up by all these... Look, Adam Driver said he was signing, so he couldn't even get that right.
He said, I am the Senate. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, Mikey, have you seen Oppenheimer yet? Damn.
Oh my god.
This was Mikey. Hey, I like this spicy version of Mikey right now. I like spicy Mikey, yo.
Spicy
my
Mikey,
God.
there's your that's a new KFC menu. It's a spicy Mikey. to get the taste of coleslaw out of your mouth.
Right. Yo. Flood Rock, that was like one of my favorite comments ever, bro. I am just in it. Mikey's bugging right now, bro.
So Sky in as a tribute to all the Fantastic Four rumors going around and all these Twitter scoopers trying to get clout. Well, Matt Smith is now in talks for Reed Richards. Sky, why don't you post that Facebook screenshot I just sent you there and tell me the date of that post there. You can go ahead and read it as well as you show it, but yeah. So apparently the scoop du jour is Matt Smith is Reed Richards, right? Because they fumbled Adam Driver, so now these clout chasers are trying to say, well, Matt Smith, So yeah, what would that say, this guy? Read a date on that.
July 31st, 2018. Matt Smith of Doctor Who fame is one of the actors being seriously considered for Mr. Fantastic in the MCU. Top secret. We do not exist. Yo, July 31st, 2018. Yo.
So clout, really?
Oh my God, bro. Mikey, yo, come on, man. Yo.
So I'm gonna wait till he finally signs. I'm gonna blow this up after that,
Oh my God. Mikey is like, yo, that's crazy. Hold up. Let's get the homie Mark just dropped another $5 super chat and said, Sky, I know you know that we know that you and Mikey know something is happening. Hey, who knows, right?
Mark, thank you for the super chat.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
I will tell you, number one, that something is happening, and number two, this guy knows something is happening. Look at why he's smiling. He's smiling all the time.
Yo, why do you think I ain't never been wavering? Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been like, bro, come on, man. After all these wacky allegations and stuff like that, oh my, hey, I was like, okay, we gonna see. We gonna let the chips fall where they may, and we gonna and all accounts will be settled in the end, right? Is that what he said? And hey, hey, thanks for supporting the platform, though, Mark. Let me hit you with this one right here. You know what I'm saying?
The challenge won't be doing it. It will be not doing, not seeing.
Sky, I've had so many shots in the dark. Do I have infrared glasses or something? I just kind of wondering.
You got the infrared glasses, man. Yo, I just noticed we're almost half an hour in. I'm still on the rules of engagement. Look, let's get to it, man. Look, make sure that you are subscribed to ZSJL Netflix on YouTube and following ZSJL to Netflix on Twitter. And also, lastly, but certainly not least, head on over to inktothepeople.com/saleszsjl. You got 2 days left, people.
Yeah.
And then these designs will be going out the door, and we will be doing the last run of these Noel Leon Flores shirts on inktothepeople.com/saleszsjl. So make sure that you head on over there right now. Cop that Ray Fisher cyborg, right? I'm gonna make sure that I'm copping all these things as well. Yo, just head on over there right now and cop you a Justice League, Justice is Dark justice is gray. I said justice is dark. I was thinking about last night about Apocalypse Wars and Justice League Dark, right? But yeah, so head on over there, copy you a Justice is Gray edition of the Justice League shirts or that Ray Fisher Cyborg, right? And you ready to get to this first topic, Mikey?
Yeah, I guess one thing to add to into the people, when sale happens, not if, when sale happens, right? You combine that with Noel Leon Flores, who just drew those shirts, drew Dreamwalker, my creative partner on Dreamwalker. When that show is on TV, imagine the value of those shirts. They're limited edition. Those are the first shirts that Noel ever drew. And then they're tied into the Cell movement. Can you imagine how much those will go for on eBay after both the Cell mission is accomplished and the show is on Noel's Red Hot? Just saying. Just saying, man.
Hey, Mikey, they not thinking, bro. I'm telling you, man.
I'm from the future, guys. Okay, from the future. Okay, 2018, I scooped Matt Smith of all people. It's Reed Richards, which is all over the press now. Like, oh, I heard that. No shit. I heard it back in 20. This is before my stroke, dude. I had my stroke 3 months later. You're trying to kill me off, man.
Spicy Mikey. I love Spicy Mikey, y'all.
See, I've been in a good mood, really good mood the past 2 nights. This is what happened. See, when I'm in a good mood, I start clapping back. You don't really want that, though. And the Betos don't want that, man. They want their Kentucky Fried Chicken, They want their coleslaw, They want their they want their fucking corn, man. They want their fucking corn.
They want that corn on the cob, bro. They want that corn on the
cob. They want that corn spooging in their face, right?
Oh my god. Ain't that what Harley Quinn said? It's like angels splooging all over us. That's the type of shit James Billy put. Never mind. You know what? Let's get back on track. Mikey, let's tap in with the sponsors real quick, bro, before we get to the first topic, man. Because Spicy Mikey tripping tonight, y'all. 100%.
Steppenwolf, have you begun the conquest?
The chat's killing me. I shouldn't even look at it. Neil sounds hilarious. Anyway, oh yeah, Gal.
Oh snap! Hold up. See, because now I'm checking the chat, right? I'm like, yo, oh man, because I was kind of in the other thing and I didn't see the chat. Oh man, we got Mark that hit us off with another $2 super chat saying, "I hate you guys so much." Look, I mean, do we know stuff? Like, I mean, of course, right? Like, we all know stuff, right? Do I know something's happening? Probably. Right? Like, right? But hey, should you guys believe me? Probably. I'm just saying, it's all up to y'all whether or not you believe, right?
Yeah.
I can only say so much, Mikey. Right?
Like, yeah, exactly.
And it's up to y'all whether or not you want to believe. 100%. We ain't selling no false hope around here.
You guys are the longtime viewers here of Rogues Gallery and Scoop Center. You guys remember how confident I was that Cavill was coming back? Even though my voice, never once did I waver, Sky, ever. When I talked about Cavill, I said Cavill's in Black Adam. I kept saying it over and over again. I said DeLuca wanted to bring back a Snyderverse. I said it over and over again. I said Man of Steel 2 is going to happen. All those things. I said Brainiac was in Man of Steel 2. And I said it with such utmost confidence. And so trying to gauge my temperature. Like, is anything changed? I said, dude, no, it's happening. And all that was validated until James Gunn, took out his pistol, right? And gave me corn on the cob instead,
Bruh, they said cream corn, bro.
Cream corn, there you go, man. You get your cream corn,
Kernels. Come on.
Disgusting. You guys check out last night's episode. Yeah, I can't. But okay, this is why I have such a hard time saying David Corn Sweat, because I think of that corn story. It's just,
Oh my god, bro. Man, I'm not I'm not interested, man. Like look, Mikey. What's going on with Gal Gadot, man?
Alright, so Gal doubled down today. A new interview came out where she said, "Yeah, I did speak with James Gunn and Peter Safran. We are developing the new Wonder Woman film."
I didn't even know this.
Oh, you didn't know this? It came out today.
No.
Yep, and she said it's
I was
for.
kind of busy like all day.
Yeah, she said that they dismissed Patty Jenkins' original script, and she'll be in the she basically confirmed my scoop that it's in the DCU. That she'll be part of the DCU. So, and again, now that you guys have gotten word of what Gal said, it's gonna really sink in now that James Gunn has brought back Gal Gadot, but not Henry Cavill and not Ben Affleck. And certainly not Ray Fisher. He's not coming back. They're not going to bring him back. So now the question is, how is James Gunn going to make this fit into his DCU? Right? And so one of the things that confused people, Sky, was this Paradise Lost miniseries that he wanted to do for Max, right? This miniseries or whatever it's going to be, got Wonder Woman is not going to be in there. Okay, this is pre-Diana. Okay, and so it's going to set up a new backstory for Wonder Woman, for the Amazons and all that. And so this Wonder Woman, when it comes out, it takes place in modern times. Okay, like
which was always part of the plan with Zack Snyder as well, Mikey.
Oh well, there you go. See, I wonder where James Gunn gets ideas from, Sky.
Mikey. like that's literally what the plan was, bro.
See, you guys are more well versed in Snyder's history, because remember, I'm a late convert. I wasn't.
That's why I'm here, Mikey. Right? That's why I'm here. I'm here to remind you of the truth.
yeah. See, I'm just like, so this. I was like, oh, okay, I guess not a new idea after all, right, Sky? I guess it's always
no, nah, bro, no, Mikey. No. Like none of these ideas are new, bro. Not one of them. Wait. That's not true, because Creature Commandos definitely was flying out on Zack Snyder's radar. Sure. Right? So I will give him that.
So, and when I was with Sil Abdul today, because we were talking about this bourbon that came out today. I think Jay Oliva actually brought that bourbon out today. And then Sil Abdul dropped a bomb that this original idea was once again taken by James Gunn. Now, what is this idea? Well, it has to do. Actually, you know what? We'll get to that later. What I'm trying to say is, I really thought that was original idea, Sky. I really thought that was original. I guess it's not. So this Wonder Woman then is firmly in the DCU. But why was it not Elseworlds? Why couldn't it have been Elseworlds, right? So I'm told that Gunn was not allowed to Elseworlds Wonder Woman. Apparently, that's being reserved for something else.
Mm.
That's all I can say on that. But
I wonder, baby. I wonder.
yeah, I wonder, right? Exactly.
Right? Look, man. Look, Mikey. Hey, I keep trying to tell y'all, right? Hey, maybe this is why I've been smiling. But anyway, Mikey, the fact that
Yeah.
that all of these ideas that are coming out are pretty much like just rehash plans that
Yeah.
were there from when Zach was still on board. It really just shows you that one, this thing was rushed, and two, they really, really still need Zack Snyder there. And it's
Yeah.
been 6 years, Mikey, since
Wow.
Justice League, right? 6 years, right? Yeah.
It's
6
been that
years.
long, my God.
Yep. And Mikey, his shadow still looms so largely over that entire situation. And we could have really gotten closure here, but instead we're getting this version of like Zack Snyder light, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not really a fan of that. Like, I feel like, hey, if you guys are going to do this, if you're going to have these characters, they need to be portrayed a certain way. And in the past, when they've tried to venture off and do other things, it just hasn't worked, right? And so to think that, hey, you're gonna bring these, like, what made the MCU popular, like I said last night, is the fact that they brought these characters into a world that resembled our own. Zach did the same thing with Man of Steel, and his plans for Superman, and him being this happy-go-lucky big old galoot. I mean, that's not the world that we live in right now, yo.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Nope.
Right? And so to try to portray Superman in this manner, I don't think it's going to go over that well with the general audiences that they've chosen to focus on, and alienating their own core fan base. This is
dude,
insanity.
Oh, man, I thought you said alienate their own corn fan base. I'm like, wait.
Yo, corn is on Mikey's mind, y'all. Like,
but look, the world lost its innocence over and over and over again. I think 9/11 was a big shocker for the younger generation, especially. Then you had COVID. We're this goody two shoes thing doesn't work, anymore. It worked in '78. Yeah, different world back then, But
or like Perry White said, it worked in 1938, but it's not 1938.
There you go. There you go.
Man.
Exactly. So, like I said, if you go to James Gunn's Twitter and you see that TikTok video of Superman, that's the flavor he's really going for. That's why he retweeted that. That's the Superman you're gonna get. And Sky, I'm telling you, I get shade from Gunn fans, man. Always Gunn fans. They say, "Oh, you Snyder fans, you're living in a bubble." Guess who's if you insult a Snyder fan, they'll just like, "Oh, whatever, dude." But you insult Gunn, oh my God, these Gunn fans come at you, man. Like, holy shit, how dare you? How dare you? Like, are you that insecure about your fondness for James Gunn's work? I mean, you have to come out guns blazing because someone insulted your Lord and Savior. They can't handle it. They are so. Ironically, the Gunn fans are easily triggered, right? They are quickly triggered, man. Like, well, Suicide Squad was great. Peacemaker, you should. Like, why would Gunn give a shit if I slammed him? You know, actually, he did.
Right? Man. Yeah, look, I've had my own little run-ins, and I've just been noticing that
Yeah.
it's been seeming like I'm getting attacked for my feelings on DC from like Marvel fans, and it's like, wait a
Oh,
minute, I don't go over to you guys' chat rooms and be like, yo, y'all should demand more from the MCU. Like, yo, if y'all like what you getting, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this was even like during the time where Zach was still there. Like, I was enjoying some of the movies, but obviously I was rocking with what Zach was doing way more. Right? I wasn't going in the MCU chat boards and saying, "Hey guys, y'all should be demanding more as Marvel fans." Yeah.
no. You just made a great point, Sky. It brought me back to where I was going to say. I forgot. The biggest supporters of James Gunn fans right now are MCU fans. They're the ones who come after me whenever whenever I make jokes about James Gunn. They're not DC fans. I know these people. They are big MCU fanatics, and they can't handle it when I attack their Lord and Savior. Right? They see, wow, James Gunn will make the kind of DC films that we would like to see. Yeah, because you're MCU fans. I love the MCU. I still consider myself an MCU person. But DC has to be different. Has to be. You cannot have the same flavor, and those characters are going to look corny as hell. Now, keep in mind, DC's characters are much older. People don't realize this. A bulk of DC's characters, the most famous characters, are from the World War II.
Facts.
Right? World War II. Like the biggest character, the oldest character that Marvel has that's popular is Captain America. They somehow were able to retrofit him to the modern age. But DC can't go cornball with Dr. Fate. Can't go cornball. You can't do Big Galoot Superman. It's not 1938. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it amuses me greatly, Sky, that when I bash James Gunn, you think DC fans would come to his rescue? No, they're not. They're the ones clicking the laughing emoji. They're the ones doing that. But the MCU fans, oh, how dare you? I mean, it just makes me laugh, dude. So I gotta ask you, Sky. You can cook on this. What audience is James Gunn after?
Look, I've been asking myself that same question, Mikey.
Yeah.
Right? Because hey, I keep hearing that they're going after the general audience, right? The general audience. But when I said the MCU, when they launched, they went after the general audience, but also the core Marvel comic book fan base.
Exactly. They got both.
Right?
They got both, yeah.
They got both.
Yeah.
It's very achievable to get both.
Yeah.
Zach was getting both.
Yeah, he was.
100%.
Yeah.
Zach was getting both. So for them to, do what they did, which hey, we all know what happened. We're not gonna sit here and, go over the entire history. Wow. But for them to do what they did, and then now we're in a space of where you have James Gunn there, and he's saying, "Oh, all right, look, we're just gonna say F that and go after only the general audience." Is it because you know that you can't satisfy the DC fan base? Was it because of the response to your movie, your first DC movie?
Yeah.
And it not. I mean, look, it was $100 million bath, right?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it was, yeah.
You took $100 million bath, and, and then all of a sudden, I'm supposed to believe that you got my best interest in heart as a DC fan, and you over here talking about F the core fan base. We going after the general. I mean, get out of here, yo. You
Yeah.
can go on with that, right? It's very possible to do both.
Yeah.
You saying that you're gonna do this only means that hey, you feel like you can't satisfy both.
Well, I mean, if you look at his announcements, guy, you look at his work for DC so far, you really see an MCU lean there. Completely. It's undeniable. Undeniable. You know? I mean, look, I enjoyed She-Hulk because it's comic book accurate, but what from DC comes close to She-Hulk? Peacemaker. Look at the goofy villains in She-Hulk. Who do they remind you of? Vigilante, right? Judo Master. Those Judo Master and Vigilante could have easily fit in She-Hulk. That's not a good thing.
Right? Mikey, but even with She-Hulk, right? Like, how far down the line
Oh my God! What?
was She-Hulk, bro?
20 movies, 22 films down
Right?
the line. Way down the line, dude.
Like, yo, this dude starting off with Creature Commandos, bro. Talking about Dr. Phosphorus. You know what I'm saying? Like, chapter 1. What are we do? Booster Gold, bro?
Yeah,
Right? Him doing Guy Gardner.
that's a big one. That's a big one, right there.
Right? Like what does that take? Dude, you're acting like we've been oversaturated with Green Lantern stuff. That's ridiculous. Give us a mainline Green Lantern. Like what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Sky, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. You want to go ahead and cook while I'm gone? I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused, right? And I know that if I'm confused, I know that the general audience is going to be confused, especially with this Wonder Woman situation. I mean, wait till we get a load of that, right? When you see Wonder Woman and they're like, hold up, why is Gal Gadot in this movie, but then Wonder Woman 1 and 2 don't matter, right? It's just the homie Marcus said general audiences don't know who these characters are. You think that my grandma knows who Booster Gold is, bro? You think grandma knows who the authority is, right? You think she know who Guy Gardner is, bro? Like your grandma might know Green Lantern, probably know Hal Jordan, right? Like Guy Gardner, who is that? Sin Havoc said this is direct to video verse. I'm dead, Joe. I'm dead. Flood Rock says Booster Gold sounds like a jock. It's come on, man. Come on, man. Mama Bear said even those who know don't care about those characters, right? He said, you know, when they advertise for Legacy, if it gets made, they will heavily push from the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Oh yeah. Or are they gonna push from the sick and twisted mind? Oh my God. From the sick and twisted mind. The homie, the good Austin says, man come in talking about a Fraxis fandom and started doing equations. He said, forgot about the rule of PEMDAS or something, had a reminder and I had a remainder of gal left over, right? Oh my God, y'all killing it in the chat. Yeah, I just don't think that we're in a situation now where the DC fan base can like rest easy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, we can't rest easy and feel like, yo, everything's gonna be all right, right? Like it's always a feeling of uneasiness, or it has been that way ever since, especially since the Cavill news, right? You know, I don't care what anybody says, nothing damaged the fan base worse than that, right? I mean, you can say whatever you want to about the fan base being fractious or whatever. I don't think the fandom was ever as damaged uh, as when Henry Cavill came out and said his goodbyes as Superman, right? Oh yeah, that definitely hit different. That definitely hit different, and you know, to be honest, I'm kind of glad that it happened because that moment is what led to Cell, and I think that with Cell, we'll end up getting maybe more than we ever even imagined possible, right? Or more than we could have gotten over at WBD. Because as you see now, you know, uh, once James Gunn was introduced into the picture, like all bets were off. This dude's been working overtime to try to make sure that any semblance of Zack Snyder is brushed away, right, or made to look different than what that man planned, but all while kind of keeping the skeleton of his plans intact. It's really a crazy situation if you sit back and think about it. And I honestly think that one day all this is probably going to get turned into a documentary, and it's going to be riveting too. It's going to be riveting, and I can't wait. All right. Oh my God. It's just hilarious. Right. Yeah, man. Sale is definitely the way. Sock says, so is Gal going to get $20 million to play Wonder Woman again? I thought WBD had no money. Man, look, Leon and I were talking about this the other day. I think they had the money to do this stuff. I think that they chose not to, and they went in the direction that James Gunn convinced them to go in. And the money thing was probably used as well, that's actually why. But yeah, they could have done this stuff. They could have did a last run and made some money, right? Because what are you gonna do? Not do it and not make any money? You know what I'm saying? Like you're still gonna need money coming in, right? Flood Rock says the moral arc of the universe always bends towards justice, right? Also said, speaking of documentaries, you gonna send them questions to the homies, bro? I, I'm gonna do it. Oh my goodness. homie. Marcus says WGA and AMPTV can't agree to resume negotiations. Strike to go on indefinitely. Man, hey, this strike is going. This strike is going to go on for as long as it needs to. I feel like, the writers and actors all need to hold out until they get whatever. Man, look, this I had saw at the studios were trying to pretty much have it to where they could like pay an actor once and then be able to once for that day and then be able to like use their likeness and voice like forever. That's crazy. That's wild, and you can't have that. So I say this thing needs to go on as long as it needs to. And I'm glad that you got some of the bigger name actors that have been stepping in and helping out those that are kind of missing out on these checks, because it's crazy, right? These things have to be done, and I sent that super chat to Seal earlier. I was like, yo, sometimes you have to make short-term sacrifices in order to have a lasting long-term impact, right? We definitely know about that over here with the sale campaign, right? Man. Austin says, yeah, the strike is going to prevent the KFCU from ever making a bucket. Come on, man. I'm sitting there talking on mute. I was trying to mute that ambulance in the background. But yeah, I just think that if you really look at it though, as we were speaking about it earlier with all these things that are surrounding Zack Snyder, Gal Gadot being back, I don't care what the quality of this movie is right now. That's not what I'm necessarily worried about. All that I'm worried about is the fact that Gal is back when it was clear. Bro. Anyway, when it was clear that she didn't initially fit in. She didn't initially fit in to his plans, and that now something seems to have changed to where we are, or where they're going to be banking on the reliability of her to really be able to put butts in the seats. Mikey, what's going on, bro? What is this dude talking about, man? Oh my god, oh my god, you guys, this dude, man, what the hell? You know what, guys? I think I think that what we need to do collectively though is to just all get behind this sale thing and push this as far as we can take it, and really ask for everything that they can facilitate for us, right? And just be as loud as we can possibly be because us being loud about what we want and just letting them know collectively by doing stuff like engaging with the hashtags on Twitter, right? Participating in cartoons and cereal. You know, doing things like participating in cartoons and cereal, and who knows what we could get over there pertaining to the Snyderverse and future projects, right? What if we could get a Man of Steel 2, right? A Wonder Woman 3, a proper Wonder Woman 3, right? Who knows, right? Or or a Wonder Woman 1854, right? We could potentially get this stuff. A Ben Affleck solo Batman movie, right? The proper Man of Steel 2 with Brainiac. Like Zach, you know what? I love it. Like when they was talking about Zach using Jon Stewart, and he was like, yo, it's a multiverse, right? Why don't you cast your guy, I'll cast my guy, and we'll see what the streets say, right? We could we could have, what I'm saying, Man of Steel 2 proper with Brainiac. And James Gunn can have his Superman wacky legacy Brainiac. And we'll see which one the streets really rock with. Multiverse, right, people? Multiverse.
That's what it's for, right? To have different stories and different worlds, right? That's the whole point.
Even with the same characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all go ahead. Y'all cast y'all Dark Side. You know what I'm saying? Cast him.
Yeah.
The good Austin said, cartoons and cereal link for tomorrow is up. Set your reminders on Sky and I's channel. Direct engagement with Netflix. For sure.
Man, I tell you, the back channel is $1 million, right?
Mikey, that's like $1 billion information right there, Mikey.
Yeah, I know.
Man, this dude down, look, he over here. Yeah, I know. Right? Mikey, come on, man. Don't do it.
I forgot to mention that screenshot that Matt Smith post. That was for a very private group of 270 people. So that was not even public. I'm just now making it public for the first time.
Mm.
That was an anonymous
Timestamps.
Timestamps. All about timestamps. Yeah. Anyway, back to where we were discussing about Wonder Woman.
Mikey, we an hour in still on the first topic, bro.
Yeah. Really, all I had to say on that, but like Gal did speak again, kind of, because people were like wondering, well, that was before the strike, and this really mean? No, she really meant that. No, I got no. So added some information to this, and our basically our information matched, Sky. And so if you guys saw Rogue's Gallery earlier, if you go watch after we're done here, but I'm gonna summarize what we discussed. The guys still not just perfectly matched. He's a scooper now. Been for the past couple of months since Ben Affleck and Aquaman 2, he got that right. He got George Clooney. Oh my God.
Clooney Gate.
So I said, hey, so I was on night shift last night, and I said that, Gal did not get permission from DC Studios to openly discuss those Wonder Woman 3 development plans. And so she didn't get permission from DC Studios, but she didn't sign NDA either. And so what Sil Abdul added to this, his eyes just lit up. He goes, well, you know what? He said that Warner Brothers as in Deluca Abdi, and recommended that she push through and let this information go public. They kind of pushed her into telling the world that she's back as Wonder Woman, and that they are developing a third film, which will be outside the continuity of the first two. So there you go.
I'm telling you, Mikey. Strange days ahead, bro.
And Sky, that fits into what I was telling you. She basically painted Gunn in the corner with that because he can't unring that bell. It was bad enough with Cavill. You mentioned with Gal. Well, was it gonna be Gal was lying? You know how bad that's gonna be, dude. I mean, people are pissed off with Henry already, but Gal, you can't go back on that.
If he did, Mikey, I think
it's a disaster, absolute disaster, dude. All the women, all the young girls, just everybody's. Gal is hugely popular with that general audience that they're trying to supposedly get. What?
Supposedly
get. So let me tell this to you, Sky.
Which is really
what reason could he give to recast Gal? You're too old. You imagine how that will play out, Sky. You're too old. He can use it against Henry. Oh yeah, we want a younger Superman. We want a younger Wonder Woman. Oh my god, dude. That's Zachary Levi level bad optics there.
Mikey, just wait, what's the word I'm looking for? Just allow me to say this right. Oh, humor me real quick.
Yeah,
Mikey.
Sure,
right? Yeah. Why would you hire a director known for zany D-list characters and a very crude sense of humor, right?
Yeah.
If you were gonna go for general audiences.
Yeah. Sky is really all about the MCU and the MCU billions of dollars. The whole thing revolves around the MCU. The only reason why he was hired because he was there. He was trained by Feige. I don't think they try and play it like it's a general audience. No, I think they really want the MCU crowd. Remember, Hamada wanted that too. He wanted that too, but he didn't have that person.
Man. Yo, go back to the start of the MCU. Were any of those movies zany? Could you imagine the MCU being started under James Gunn? It have never got off the ground. It have never got off the ground.
No, it would not have happened, dude. Not have happened. Oh my god. No. Because if you think about it,
we're seeing that right now with this DCU shit he's doing. Oh my god, man.
In fact, Marvel and MCU didn't even get funny until Guardians. Guess who it was? It was James Gunn. But even that was reined in compared to The Love and Thunder.
Hey, I told you guys, I felt like that man's sense of humor ruined the MCU. The MCU was never goofy until Guardians of the Galaxy came along. And I liked that first movie.
I did too, yeah.
They tried to emulate that first movie way too much going forward with the other characters and the other projects that didn't even need to go there. Namely, Thor, right? I try to tell everybody, because you had people saying, oh my God, I love Thor Ragnarok. And I was like, yo, I did not like that movie. And then when Thor Love and Thunder came along, everybody's like, oh, well, this is too much. I was like, but it's just more of what he was doing in Ragnarok. I'm like, and I know that James Gunn had a hand in bringing Taika in to the MCU and them choosing him to really help flesh out that cosmic side of things. I already know that. Ain't no way that he had no hand in that.
Iron Man 3 was after Guardians, right? All those years of waiting for the Mandarin, we got this goofy actor pretending Mandarin. That was after Guardians.
Crazy.
Just saying.
Right? If you look at Iron Man 1 in comparison to oh my God. Iron Man 1 clears most of the MCU.
Well, if you look at Iron Man 1, it's like the world around us, right? They had a MySpace reference in there. Remember? You have Tony Stark, let's just take a photo from MySpace, I mean, it dates it, but it sets it in our reality, though, There's a certain groundedness to it, but anyway.
Man, Mikey, let's get on to the next topic. We still on the first damn topic, yo. Let's tap in real quick with the sponsors, yo, because they've been waiting for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Mighty Steppenwolf, who might have sat here by the side of the Great One, but undone by his self-pride.
Flashpoint, Mikey.
Well, you guys, Jay Oliva had the interview where he laid it out what the Flash was going to be like. It's like a trilogy. It would have been a trilogy. This is before, Andy Machine Gun came along. I mean, this was when Snyder was still there. And there's a huge article on it about everything that he said, and it sounds really exciting, Sky. The Professor Zoom would have been the big bad of a DCEU. And I'm reading this, I'm like, oh my God, this sounds awesome. Yeah, I like the Flash film as it is, but this sounds better. We would have Professor Zoom in there, kind of being the puppeteer of this going forward. And again, here's another part of what we missed from the DCEU is that we would have gotten this. But Warner Brothers, at the time, the regime back then, kept interfering. Kept freaking out, and we weren't able to get this. And it's disappointing. And so we're gonna do Geekosity will cover this story and we'll include details in there. But it's out there, guys, if you want to read it. But the original plans for the Flash were so different. Zach had a plan. Zach had a really good plan. What's James Gunn's plan? All we have is title.
Mikey, we knew Zach had a plan when we saw who he cast as Thomas and Martha Wayne.
Yeah.
Right? You don't get two actors like that to play those roles unless you try to do Flashpoint.
Yeah.
Like that's so clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's no way you bring those two actors in unless you're gonna do Flashpoint because they fit perfectly. Right?
Well, yeah. And then what Sil Abdul dropped Johnny Rogue's gallery, apparently it's in the article as well, is that Ben Affleck was going to be in this Flashpoint as well. It's going to build up to Flashpoint. And that would be the reboot after the Snyderverse was over. Everything would fit perfectly. But we're not getting that. But here's a part, and this, I don't want to end this too early, but it goes right into the next segue into our big story here, Sky. No choice, really. We've got to segue now because this is the big story because it It really is connected to this. Um, you know what Zack Snyder was planning on doing? See, I didn't even know about this until today. Um, so after Flashpoint, Sky would have led into Justice League Unlimited live action. Cartoons and serial, you've been doing it on there. There is a major Snyder connection, Sky, because he was going to Justice League Unlimited live action. Zack Snyder.
That's who was pretty much supposed to show up at the end of ZSJL3, Mikey.
Yeah.
It was pretty much supposed to be the entire like DC universe.
Yep. That's the epic way that would lead to the reboot. I was reading this, dude. I was just like, holy shit. What we could have gotten. We could have gotten, you know? And the related note, because we're talking about The Rock, that interview, Phil and I were talking about how The Rock was also robbed of his own plans. You know,
Dude, DC could have been so lit, Mikey.
Oh my god, like, totally lit. So
Go ahead.
I scooped before. I was the one who scooped Henry Cavill and Black Adam, by the way. If you guys were not around back then. I scooped it back in 2019 for years. Sky, I kept bringing it up over and over again. I said, Henry Cavill is in Black Adam. All these betas like, bullshit, fake news. No, it's not fake news. You saw him. And so the plan was, Sky, just to remind people out there who weren't around or whatever, Henry Cavill is going to show up in Black Adam, yeah. Then you'd have Man of Steel 2 versus Brainiac. Well, guess what? The post-credit for that would have shown The Rock's Black Adam. Continue to set up that big fight. And it wasn't just The Rock versus Superman, because that was going to lead to JSA versus JLA. So that was The Rock's plan. When DeLuca was in charge in the interim of DC, DeLuca was all for this. And it would have led to... You wouldn't get Guy Gardner. Unfortunately, if you're a Guy Gardner fan, no, that wasn't part of the plan that The Rock had with DeLuca. No, we would get the original Alan Scott Golden Age Green Lantern with the JSA. Paying tribute to DC's history. Going back to the 40s. You would have got Alan Scott, dude. Not only that, and, Syl was shocked. I guess I forgot to tell him this before. The Golden Age Sandman would have been there as well. What we could have gotten, right? What we could have gotten, and it's like there's one thing, one blown. It's like a reliever in baseball. One blown save after another, right? One like a closer, right? Like a terrible closer. One blown save after the other. Just awful, dude. And people expect me to drop everything and bring out my pom poms for Mr. Pistol.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I try, and it's funny because when he was first announced, we were some of the only people, Mikey, that was telling people to give him a chance. 100%. And then very quickly we saw just what that good faith that we were trying to give was worth. And then after that, subsequently, he's made decision after decision that has just really shown, in my opinion, and in the opinion of others, right, that he may not be the best fit for DC. Matter of fact, we didn't get this. We didn't get to this on Cold Takes earlier, but you even had the was it the daughter of one of the founders of DC Comics?
The granddaughter. Yeah.
they're literally saying that she wished that she ran
Yeah.
DC Studios.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this dude don't know what he's doing. It's like, yo, like what, like what's going on right now?
Granddaughter of Major Nicholson, who founded DC when it was still called National Publications, was on my Facebook page, and I was making fun of James Gunn, and she did not approve of the mess that's become. This is granddaughter of royalty here, okay? Her grandfather, okay, created DC Comics, all right? And she said, I wish it could be me. Yeah, I wish it could be you as well, you know? I What do you make of that when I'm the granddaughter of the DC's founder? That's DC's bloodline right there, and she doesn't agree with it.
This is like when you're at like one of those big time colleges and like the boosters and alumni start coming out and talking bad about a coach. It's like, wait a minute, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, why are they saying, oh man, it just really goes to show, Mikey, that people are not happy when it comes to the DC brand overall right now.
And you think her of all people, like, Mikey, why are you bashing DC's president? No, she was like not approving of this either. This is the granddaughter of the founder, and even she was commenting like, "Yeah, I wish it were me instead." Yeah, I wish, because she knows her history. Her father created DC. It's like, oh my god, how much more royalty can you get with that? And so Syl and I were talking about this guy, and then Syl dropped a big one, like really big bourbon that connects to what you've been saying, Sky. Okay, he Syl dropped a casual bomb with a casual bourbon that just so happens to fit with mine. So James Gunn is putting together Justice League Unlimited, Sky. That's where this is going. Gee, I wonder where you got that idea from.
Mikey, I've told you, Mikey, every single idea, bro, that he's been coming out with came from Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Y'all think I be joking?
Yeah. Now, what happens, guys, when the new gods show up in Wonder Woman? Where did that idea come from?
Couldn't have been what you was just seeing set up in ZSJL, right? Couldn't have been that.
Yeah. See, what I was told, Sky, was that there must be a way of telling this story in a way that appeals to the general audience, giving it more of a lighter touch. So are we going to see basically a reboot of ZSJL with wackiness included? Is that where this is going? Because
that's Mikey. That's what we're getting, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yo, that's what they about to try to do. And it's not surprising, right? We've seen this time after time after time. Somehow this dude's plans over, I mean, they even ended up over at Marvel somehow, right? There's just been so many things that have happened, and I think that is one of the reasons why ZSJL was never supposed to be released, right? Because just think about this. Look how similar even things like the history lesson, right? And just ZSJL in general and what Zach was doing. How similar is that to what we ended up getting with Infinity War and Endgame? Like, there's all types of elements in the whole ending of the film. We've seen fight sequences be absolutely like copied and pasted, right? There's just been all these things that have happened. And so for this to continue to be the narrative, it's not surprising. And, I just wish that they would come up with their own ideas instead of like continuously trying to tell us that Zach wasn't appealing to the general audiences. So what the hell did ZSJL do? Why is the audience score on that movie so high? Right? Why is it a global phenomenon if it wasn't appealing to general audiences?
Yeah.
So it was just the core fan base that was engaging with it. Is that what you're saying?
It's beyond belief, Sky. And what I told you privately a few days ago about James Gunn doesn't personally like Henry Cavill. I will say this. There is some. James Gunn is, what do you call that? What do you call a person who's passive aggressive? When he dropped at David Cornsweet, I can't say that name now without thinking of story time. But when I was reading the article on it was an article on James Gunn, I can't remember what it was. But anyway, the announcement, how it compared to Zack Snyder's Blue Beetle tweet, right? So I went back and looked at James Gunn's tweet about David Cornsweet. You know what he said? Now, this is one where people didn't really notice this. He says they are wonderful people to boot. What does that have to do with anything? He likes David Cornsweet as a person. That's what he's trying to say there.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's trying to say. Like, why did he point that out? Why not say, yeah, they're great actors, but they're also wonderful people? Like, yeah, unlike The Witcher, huh? And that really that. Okay, you guys can think of story time now, but it stood out like a sore thumb.
Mikey.
But why did he say wonderful? What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's clear, that. Yeah, I just don't think that he jives well with, certain kind of men.
No comments.
Guys that are like, super in shape, disciplined, good looking, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, rich, you know what I'm saying? Like confident. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of guys, bro. I can see why they wouldn't get along, Mikey. You know that they ain't hanging around in the same circles.
Hey, it's like
right?
it's like those ads in the '70s comic book where that big alpha male kicks in the nerd's face,
Right?
Was that Cavill when he was a kid,
Nah.
I've heard rumblings. I heard rumblings that, man, James Gunn just doesn't like him personally. And it shouldn't matter. But when he said wonderful people, it does matter.
Yeah.
He keeps hiding his friends, dude. I thought it's not show friends, right? It's show business, right? No. To Gunn, it's show friends.
See, and it's funny because I've heard people say, oh, well, they have certain directors that work with the same actors like over and over again.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger, Cameron, yeah.
But here's the thing. One, typically they weren't building out comic book universes with these people.
There you go. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then second of all, they weren't doing it in multiple comic book universes, right? Which is happening now, right? Where it's like a lot of these people were in one universe. Now they're being brought over to another comic book universe. right? But not only do you just have that, but it's a bit of a different situation when you're dealing with these shared universes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I doubt that, let's just say for sake of the argument that Christopher Nolan was like, yo, I am going to come back, right?
Yeah.
And let's say that he would be in charge. I don't think he would have filled up his DC universe with a bunch of people that had already been in other comic book movie universes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even if they were some of his more favorite actors, I don't
Yeah.
think that he would have done that, even if they had been coming over from other universes. Because, it's just hard to get that kind of picture out of your head, right, Mikey?
Mm-hmm. Well, look, he's bringing.
Real quick.
Yeah.
The only one that I could see, Mikey, is Zachary Levi, because I could see him being Crypto. I can actually see him being a dog.
He'll beg like one
DCU,
too.
But go ahead, bro.
But it just so happens, Sky, all his friends are mostly from the MCU as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we gotta get.
Of course, right?
We gotta get the MCU crowd, Like the MCU
of course,
crowd.
Right? Yeah. Of course, right?
Are all his friends from the MCU?
I think so, Mikey. I think so, bro. He made a lot of friends over there.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Obviously on a speed dial.
Look, let's tap in with the sponsors and get back with the last topic, because we over an hour and a half in, man. And we barely moved any ground. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to it. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You betrayed him. Your own family.
Mikey, the main topic, bro. This is what the people came to talk about. This is what they came to hear about. Cartoons and bourbon, bro. like.
Well, yeah, that's what we're just talking about. Actually, Sky was Justice League Unlimited. James Gunn is going to do Justice League Unlimited. I know you've been having that series lately. How does it feel now, knowing that it's in the capable hands of James Gunn? That's where this is going. Because I kept saying Justice League International, but Justice League International basically evolved into Justice League Unlimited with a huge roster of characters. But now it's James Gunn's baby. This is the Justice League we're gonna get, but his version of it, though. That's the problem. But knowing that Zack Snyder was going to do this, it just ruins it even more so.
Yeah. And I don't even think Mikey knew that. You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine Zack Snyder doing the question?
Mikey, that was the plan, bro. At the end of ZSJL3, it was supposed to be the entire DC universe, pretty much.
Yeah.
Against Darkseid and the New Gods, bro.
I didn't even know this until today. That was
yes.
I don't know about Zack's original plans. Like I said, I'm a newcomer.
That was the end, bro.
I didn't want to research. I knew it was gonna be painful to research, but now it's dropping everywhere, and you can't avoid it.
It was the entire DC universe, along with all of mankind. So you got the special forces, the Navy SEALs, and everything. Bro, it was supposed to be everybody. The world was to become a Justice League, bro, and fight the forces of Apocalypse, bro. You know what I'm saying? Full scale invasion. Yo, right? So look, that feeling you just got, Mikey.
Yeah.
Those chills that just went down your spine just thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel the inverse of that, knowing that this is going to be in James Gunn's hands. I feel repulsed by it, bro.
I mean,
100%.
I think of the Green Lantern Corps as directed by Zack Snyder, having Hal there, having Kyle, having Alan, Kilowog, and all those other characters in there. Versus Darkseid, it's painful, Sky. It's painful.
Right?
And he would have thrown Black Adam in there as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'm about to pull up something real quick.
Oh God!
Hey y'all, I have an exclusive.
Oh boy!
Hey, y'all want to know what James Gunn's Darkseid is gonna look like?
Oh no!
I got an exclusive look. All right.
Oh my God! Oh, you know what? Oh shit, man! Superpowers 19. Oh my God! You know what? It's probably not far off from the truth, dude. Oh man! Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what,
Oh
Sky?
my God, bro.
Remember I was telling you yesterday, actually, it might end up being animated, though. So. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yo, this what we about to get, man. Yeah, this dude got the hoodie on, bro. The hoodie down.
Scary thought, dude.
Oh my God. I'm cracking up, y'all.
You know what's frightening? It's accurate. We can actually imagine this.
look, Mike, you know what?
Oh, man.
Mike, you like it's accurate, bro.
Oh, God. Now, here's the thing that we haven't discussed yet because someone's forgotten by now. James Gunn is gonna put out the Wonder Twins. Let's not forget he's reviving Wonder Twins.
Yo, y'all think I'm joking? Right? Y'all think I'm joking, right?
He's gonna put the Wonder Twins in Justice League. These super friends, dude.
Oh my God. Look. Oh, man. It was like said, and then Gunn will be like, I forgot Darkseid has the same beat head. Come on, man.
Oh, man. That was pretty bad. It's hilarious still, ill.
This dude said, I forgot.
How do you forget
it
that?
Was coming out on my dad's birthday, bro.
How do you forget that? My dad's meat so lunch to me that I forgot.
The Wonder Twins are on TikTok, bro. Yo, look, this is the Darkseid that we about to get, bro. We about to get hoodie Darkseid. But yeah, Mikey, cartoons and bourbon, bro.
I immediately thought of your segment when I heard. I'm like, oh no, we're probably gonna get a JLU. What is James Gunn's version? I didn't know about those. Still dropped it on me like, holy shit! Oh my God, not that. Let's not forget that he's got the Huntress coming up that really paves the way for the JLU.
Mikey, this should be a question for you, bro. How do you feel about James Gunn handling that Huntress and Question relationship, right?
As Joe Jackson once sang, and is she really going out with him? Get your hands off her waist. Okay. No one touches my Huntress, man. It's just, yeah. I mean, yeah. You know you think you're goofy. Yeah,
You know, man, look,
as if
everything
Christina
gonna be
Hodson,
goofy, Mikey.
as if Christina Hodson wasn't bad enough. Um,
Mikey, who needs Christina Hodson? Who needs Chris Terrio? Right,
yeah,
Mikey, they got James Gunn on the
there you
case, bro.
go. James Gunn's on the case.
Right, James Gunn's on the
Uh,
case, bro. I feel
uh,
safe, Mikey, knowing that that we are to rely upon his pen for you know what I'm saying, the entirety of the DCU uh the fan base hype level pretty much. This is ridiculous, yo.
will this even get made? That's the thing. Is Sky. That's the only redeeming factor in this is, because if Blue Beetle's most likely gonna bomb. Aquaman bombs as well. Um, DC brand is just dying right now, and look at Superman Legacy. That film has to outperform like no other. It's like those sucky baseball teams that make it to the World Series or make it to the playoffs at least. Like really overperform. It has to be like that.
They gotta go all the way, Mikey.
And this is why all of you, never give up on Cell because it's your best alternative to all this crap.
It's the only alternative, Mikey. It's the only alternative to cartoons and bourbon.
There you go. There you go. Well said. Well said. As I should have said last night, touche.
Yo, Mikey, anything else on this topic, man, before we close on out for the
No,
night,
I
yo?
think we'll leave you guys for that for the weekend. So we'll be back here on Sunday, hopefully with some better news. We're going through a bourbon year, Sky, just like Sil and I went through.
Hey, we're gonna
Yeah,
be here, bro.
yeah.
We're gonna be here talking about it. But hey, like I was saying, the people they have a choice. They can rock with Phil, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And rock with what we doing. And you know, you can see if maybe we can get this thing on through to fruition, right?
Yeah.
We would love everybody's support, you know, but just whoever chooses to rock out is more than enough for us.
Yeah, keep the hashtag going, guys. It's the only one that matters. Because there's no restore. There's no restore in this company. Okay.
Mikey, okay, but look, with the recent success of Oppenheimer, right? What if
Yeah.
they could get Nolan to do Barbie 2? Do you think that there's a chance that they might be able to convince him to do Barbie 2, bro?
No.
What about Oppenheimer 2?
I, I
Oh.
I think there's a better chance of me writing an editorial about how great James Gunn is for DC. Like, you know,
Mm, wouldn't trust it.
wouldn't trust it.
And with that,
No,
Mikey, we about to get on up out of here, bro.
yeah. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Yeah, really appreciate your support and keep the likes going, keep the subscriptions going. We're getting there, Sky. We're getting there.
For sure, for sure. We gonna be tapping in with you guys on Sunday. Remember, we got cartoons and stereo tomorrow morning. We are watching The Batman on Netflix. I love the first 5 episodes. We will at least look. I am guaranteeing this. We will at least be closing out the first season tomorrow, and I'm very excited. Very excited. I'm hoping that this show can maintain my interest level until the first season is out,
Yeah.
and we'll be seeing what's up tomorrow morning. So make sure that you guys are tuned in to the Good Austin's channel, and because we'll be going live, and whoever else from the Cool Table that will be there we'll see, right? But make sure that you guys smash that notification bell and that you're rocking out with us tomorrow morning on Cartoons and Cereal.
Awesome.
Right? And we'll be back on Sunday with Night Shift. We'll see y'all next time, yo. Y'all have a great evening.
Woohoo.
Peace.
Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream and the real one?